For years I was trapped, haunted by that one night, the screech of tires, the shatter of glass, the blood on my hands. Every time I shut my eyes, I was right back there reliving the accident. The screams echoed in my mind, a constant, cruel reminder. So, when I saw it trending, this new app called ForgetMeNot, I felt a flicker of hope for the first time in forever. The ad was slick, promising to erase your pain with one tap. It sounded too good to be true, but at that point, I was desperate enough to believe anything. I downloaded it without a second thought. The app's interface was clean, almost sterile, with a calming blue and white design. It felt professional, trustworthy. A pop-up for the terms of service appeared. A wall of text that seemed to scroll on forever. Who has time to read all that, right? I just wanted the pain to stop. I scrolled straight to the bottom, tapped agree, and moved on. After confirming the payment, a small price for peace of mind, I thought, the app prompted me. Select memory for erasure. My fingers trembled as I typed in the date of the crash. A pulsing icon appeared on the screen, a little brain with an upload arrow. Uploading memory, it read. My phone vibrated in my hand, a single sharp buzz. Then, the world went white. When I came to, I was on my couch, my phone on the floor beside me. A feeling of lightness washed over me. It was like a weight I'd been carrying for years had just vanished. I tried to think about the accident, but there was nothing there. Just a blank space. A void. I couldn't remember what I'd forgotten, only that something agonizing was finally gone. It was a miracle. The app actually worked. I felt free, reborn. I went to bed that night with a genuine smile on my face, ready for a fresh start. But then came the dream. It wasn't my usual nightmare. This was different. I was in a hospital bed, but it wasn't the one I remembered from my accident. The room was unfamiliar, the smell of antiseptic thick in the air. A group of people stood around the bed, their faces contorted with grief. Strangers. They were crying, calling out names I'd never heard before. Then, I looked down at my hands. They weren't my hands. They were smaller, more delicate, with a wedding band on the ring finger. I woke up in a cold sweat, my heart pounding. It was just a weird dream, I told myself, a side effect of the memory wipe. The next day, I tried to shake it off, but the feeling of unease lingered. I went about my day, but it was like watching a movie of someone else's life. The lightness I'd felt was replaced by a creeping dread. That night, the dream returned, but it was clearer, more vivid. It felt less like a dream and more like a memory. I saw flashes of a life that wasn't mine. A wedding day, a baby's first steps, a family vacation to the beach, and a name kept surfacing in my thoughts. Valerie. She was a mother, a wife. She had a husband named Mark and a daughter named Lily. I could feel her love for them, her joy, her hopes. And then, I felt her panic, the blinding headlights, the same crash, but from a different perspective. From the other car, the dreams became relentless, bleeding into my waking hours. I'd be making coffee and suddenly see Valerie's kitchen instead of my own. I'd look in the mirror and for a split second, see her face superimposed over mine. I was feeling her emotions, thinking her thoughts. It was like her consciousness was merging with mine, overwriting my own. The relief I had felt was gone, replaced by a suffocating terror. I had erased my pain, only to inherit someone else's. I had to stop this. I grabbed my phone, my hands shaking, and tried to uninstall ForgetMeNot. A message popped up. Uninstall failed. Active memory link. My blood ran cold. An active link? What did that even mean? I frantically tried to delete my account, to sever whatever connection this app had created. Another error message, this one more chilling. Access denied. Panicked, I tried factory resetting my phone, but nothing worked. The app was embedded, a parasite latched onto my digital life, and now it seemed onto my very soul. That night, sleep offered no escape. The dreams were no longer fragmented flashes, but a continuous stream of Valerie's life right up to the moment of her death. I felt the impact, the crushing metal, the unbearable pain. I felt her last, desperate thought, a prayer for her family. I woke up screaming, drenched in sweat, feeling a grief so profound it felt like my own heart was breaking. And then, my phone lit up on the nightstand, a notification from ForgetMeNot. My heart stopped. It read, "User number 49281 requests return of uploaded memory. User number 49281, Valerie." She wanted her memory back. The screen glitched, flashing a garbled mix of my photos and images I'd only seen in the dreams. The phone began to buzz violently, skittering across the nightstand. I screamed and swiped it away, sending it tumbling toward the floor, but in the fraction of a second before it hit the ground, the dark screen acted as a mirror. I saw a reflection. It was my face, but it wasn't. The eyes were wider, filled with a terror that wasn't mine. The mouth was moving, whispering a single, silent message. And then, a voice, not from the phone, but inside my own head. Valerie's voice. "You took my pain," it whispered. "Now take my place." The next morning, I picked up my phone. It was completely blank. My photo gallery was empty. My contacts, gone. My social media accounts, logged out and inaccessible. Every digital trace of my existence had been wiped clean. I stumbled to the bathroom and looked in the mirror. My reflection stared back, but it wasn't quite right. My eyes seemed a different shade of brown, softer. My smile didn't reach them. It was a stranger's smile. A ghost was wearing my face. With a sense of finality, I opened the ForgetMeNot app one last time. The once calming interface now seemed menacing. I scrolled down to the terms of service, the document I had so carelessly ignored. It looked the same, pages upon pages of legal jargon. But right at the very bottom there was a new line, one that definitely wasn't there before. In stark, simple text, it read, "All exchanges are final. My name, my life, my memories, erased." And in their place, a hollow echo of someone else's tragedy. I had wanted to forget, and now, I was the one being forgotten. Thank you for joining me on this chilling journey. What would you do if you had the chance to erase your worst memory? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoy stories that explore the dark side of technology, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Stay safe out there and maybe think twice before you click agree.